Here's Goff on the fact that he's gotten his extension along with both Penei Sewell and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and all three of them now are in Detroit over the long term, at least as long term as these contracts ever are. Here's what Goff had to say.
The Lions, I think they recognize that upstairs and know that we have three players that were due for a new deal and took care of them. And I think that, potential free agents see that, and potential draft picks in the future see that, and then know that if you play well, you are taken care of. And us three are three guys that are very motivated and driven to win a Super Bowl. And it's not just us three, though. There's 53 guys and 11 guys on offense on every snap, and we plan to do our part. But it's fun to be able to know I'll be able to play with those guys for quite a bit longer.
I should go get myself a Jared Goff jersey, because this guy in one fell swoop is confirming so many of the things that I believe based upon 23 years of doing this about football. And one of the things I preach all the time, because we've seen teams do this, you get young player who's put in the 4 years, contract is expired, or 3 years if it's an undrafted free agent, checked all the boxes, did everything that was asked of him, and then it's time to become a free agent, and they don't give him a new contract. And they go sign and give a bunch of money to some guy who's never played for the team before. And what message does that send to your locker room? The best messages to your locker room are, if you develop, if we draft you or acquire you via trade, and you do everything that is required, and you improve, and you become key figures of this team, you're not going to have to go somewhere else to get your money. We're going to take care of you. There's value in that. Now, there are exceptions, and you got to be ready when those exceptions arise. But this is the way to build a team. And it's amazing how many general managers and owners, and I'll say owners because they're ultimately the ones calling the shots and they don't want us to think they are, get it all screwed up where they don't show the loyalty to their guys who have gotten it done, and that sends a very bad message to the other guys there. They learn and this was a very common dynamic for a while in Washington under prior ownership, they learn, if I'm ever going to get paid, it's not going to be here. And so they don't feel that same loyalty to the organization. They focus on the loyalty to themselves, and they wait for somebody to come along who will show more loyalty to them.
Well, this is the thing about team building, right? And it's not just, okay, can we put together a talented group of players that doesn't necessarily fit? You have to be able to build a team that fits the personality of the head coach and that all wants to work together in order to build the collective so that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And so that's one of the tools that you use to get there, right? You see, okay, Amon-Ra St. Brown has played extraordinarily well over the course of his first 3 years. Penei Sewell has been a great stalwart of that offensive line for his first 3 years. Yeah, those are the kinds of guys that you want to reward, because those two were a part of the first draft class with Holmes and with Campbell, right? And they have performed absolutely to expectations, if not well beyond expectations, if you're talking about St. Brown, right? So that's where it is. Yes, you want to make sure those guys are rewarded. And with Jared Goff, the fact that he came in there, was, let's call it damaged goods if we want to. And then he was able to right his career, steer the ship. He was able to lead that team. That's also something that you want to reward, especially based on where he's been at in his career. So yeah, when guys see that, and when guys see that they're a part of the success that this team has started to have, that's absolutely going to be a motivating factor in keeping guys wanting to perform who are on the team, or attracting different players to your team that can help be the thing that sets you apart and helps you win a Super Bowl. So yeah, I think that Holmes and Campbell have done an excellent job of team construction. And now that you're into the talent retention portion of that, it shows just how well they've done with that aspect of it.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.